you're going to relapse. And that's something you don't want to do. That's the reason why you watch videos on semen retention, why you're trying to practice semen retention, because you know the power that it has if you save it. You're still going to have urges on this journey. I didn't get to 117 days without urges. I didn't. And the only reason why life was seeming so doom and gloom for you is because you were releasing too much. I'm not going to lie to you, like all these other YouTubers do, and they be capping all day like, oh, you're not going to have urges. That if you're still having urges, you're still pervert. No, you're not. You're just a guy who has a lot of sexual energy built up inside of you. Urges are normal. With semen retention, give it 30 days and you're going to be a completely different person. I promise you. I need some of that. He got the juice. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of We Listen and We Don't Judge. And here on this podcast, we're here to talk about things that people should talk about, but don't talk about. So I'm going to be the one that talks about those things. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like, follow, and share. So that way you can tell the YouTube algorithm that this channel is good. These videos are good and informational and positive and beneficial to this planet, but also so you can stay in tune with the videos that I post. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Welcome to the channel. And let's get into today's topic because it's a good one. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I at the gym filming this pod? Usually I'm at the beach or I'm in nature, but this pod had to be filmed here in the gym because if you haven't seen the title already, you see the title. 117 days on semen retention. We made it, boys. We made it. 117 days. Yes, I finally have beat my record. I'm at 117 days. It's the best record I have yet. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I had to come on here, film this in the gym, because if it wasn't for the gym, I would have never reached 117 days. And that's no cap. So while I talk about this, I'm going to start my warm-up because I just got to the gym. So today is day 6 in the gym. I do 6 days a week. And on my 6th day in the gym, it's always cardio, abs, biceps, triceps, light work. Now, the reason why I want to make this pod in the gym is because I want to encourage all the guys that are trying to try semen retention that if you're trying to try semen retention, this is the best place to be to help you on your journey. Because listen, you're going to be trying to save a lot of energy inside of you, and you're going to need to expose that energy. You're going to need to use that energy. You can't just sit on top of it and expect yourself to be successful on this journey. No, you got to come in here and use this energy, or you got to be active. That's the whole key point to semen retention. You have to come in here and use that energy, because if you don't use that energy, what's going to happen is you're going to be saving it, and then you're going to what? You're going to relapse, and that's something you don't want to do. That's the reason why you watch videos on semen retention, why you're trying to practice semen retention, because you know the power that it has if you save it. So in order to save it properly, you need to find a solution, another outlet for all of that energy that's not being used, and this is a good place to be for that. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how did you get to 117 days? That's a long time, right? Yes, this is the way that I got it done. I promise you. I have been in the gym since I started this retention journey, and I plan on not quitting, because if I don't have this gym, I will definitely relapse. And honestly, I'm not even in the mindset of looking at porn or thinking about jerking off or hooking up with random people. I'm not even in that mind state right now, because retention, what it also does, it makes you want to follow your dreams and your aspirations and your goals. So once you get on a long enough streak, you're going to start changing on a physiological level. And I don't know if I said that word right, so I don't care. You're going to start changing in the inside. That's what's going to happen. And then you're also going to be changing in your brain. So back to what I was saying. It's going to start to change you. Semen retention is going to start to change you. Just to name a few things, your thinking is going to be more clear. Your passion is going to be more heightened. Your drive is going to be more heightened. Your energy is going to be more heightened. Your desire to want to succeed is going to be more heightened. Just everything and anything that you can think of is going to be more heightened. Life is not going to seem so doom and gloom. And the only reason why life was seeming so doom and gloom for you is because you were releasing too much. You were keeping all of your testosterone at the lowest levels it could possibly be. You're keeping your brain at the lowest level that it can possibly operate on. You're pretty much operating on empty 24/7 because you were releasing too much. So the longer you retain, you're going to have this buildup of energy. Just think about it. Your battery is on 5%, right? And I know phones operate pretty well nowadays, being on 5%, but think about a person. If you were to operate on 5%, you're not going to operate that well in life, right? And that's where you're operating from, releasing a lot. You're operating from 5%. Your battery level is on 5%. Now, the more you retain, you're increasing your battery level. The more and more you retain. And then at some point, you're going to be at that 100% mark in your body, in your energy. You're going to be at that 100% mark. And when you're at that 100% mark, you're going to want to do stuff. You're going to want to accomplish. You're going to want to create, because semen is a creative energy. It's designed to create. That's why it can create a brand new life. But when you hold it inside of you, it's going to create a brand new you. And you're going to do things that you never thought that you wouldn't be able to achieve, or even to try to work towards, because you weren't operating at 100%. You were operating at 5%. But semen retention is going to make you do things that are meaningful to you, like work out, follow your dreams, go talk to people. It's really hard to describe this, because I feel like people might hear this stuff and be like, oh, it's cap, but it's really not. It's really not. Semen retention is such a game changer. It really, really is. And I'm grateful to be on this journey and to have hit 117 days. I am so grateful for it. But the message that I'm trying to get out to whoever's watching this is the best place to start your journey is here in the gym. It's the best place to start, because once you combine this with semen retention, give it 30 days, and you're going to be a completely different person. I promise you. I promise you, you will. Now, like I've expressed in my last video on semen retention, you're still going to have urges. You're still going to have urges on this journey. I didn't get to 117 days without urges. I didn't. I'm not going to lie to you like all these other YouTubers do, and they be capping all day like, oh, you're not going to have urges. That if you're still having urges, you're still pervert. No, you're not. You're just a guy who has a lot of sexual energy built up inside of you. Urges are normal. That's like not having urges is like trying to tell you not to be a guy, or not to get, the E word, or telling you not to have a deep voice. Like, what? No, you're gonna have urges. And then actually, if I'm being completely honest here, which on this podcast, I don't care. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. I actually had a water dream. The W dream. If you know, you know. I don't know if I could say the other word on YouTube, so I'm not going to even go there. But if you know, you know. The water dream. You're like, oh, what? You wake up and you're like, what the? That dream. If you know, you know. You know. But yeah, I had that dream just 2 days ago, and that blew my mind. That was the first dream that I've had on this journey. That was the first time it ever happened. And it's kind of weird that it happened just 2 days ago, like just a couple of days before my target, my best goal ever, my best streak ever, 117 days. It's kind of funny. You see how the Matrix works? Trying to put you back down, trying to bring you back to the dark side. And I woke up and I was like, dang, did that really happened? What the heck? But I'm gonna make a video all on its own about that, because I really want to talk about that. That's not what this video is gonna be about. But yeah, so be prepared for some of these things to happen while you're on this journey. It's not gonna be a perfect scenario. It's not. And this is not something that could happen to you. I'm just sharing my perspective, because everybody has a different experience of this journey while being on this journey. So you might not even experience W dreams, or you might not even have urges. Your urges might go away after 7 days of being on semen retention. I don't know. Everybody's different. But yeah, I just wanted to share my side of the story of how I got to 117 days. If it wasn't for the gym, definitely would have not been able to get here. Also, staying disciplined, staying busy. That's another thing I want to talk about. Staying busy. You have to stay busy while being on this journey. Because again, you have this energy inside of you that wants to get out. It wants to get out. It wants to express itself. So the gym, that's going to be a good starting point to help stay busy. But another thing, you're going to want to find a hobby. You're going to want to find something you're passionate about. You're going to want to create. it's a creative energy, so you're gonna have to create something. Whether it be, if you're a writer, go write your first book. If you're a musician, make some music. If you're a painter, paint something. If, I don't know, just get a hobby. Get a hobby. And if you can't find a hobby, come to the gym. Just do another gym session. You have to stay busy. You have to stay busy, because if you're not busy, you know what happens when guys are not busy and we're by ourselves and there's the phone and we're scrolling. You know where that's gonna go. You know where that's gonna go. So the two things that have helped me get to 117 days is staying busy, staying active. When I'm not in the gym, I'm making videos or I'm editing content. And when I'm not editing content, I'm thinking of ways to make this podcast better, ways to make the social media accounts that I have for this podcast better. I'm brainstorming 24/7. And when I'm not brainstorming 24/7, I'm either working at my 9-to-5 job. So it's kind of like I have a little routine. I go to work, or actually, no, let me back up. I go to the gym. I wake up at like 7. I'm in the gym by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I work out from 9 to around 11:30. And then 11:30 to 12, I'm in the shower at the gym, showering, getting ready for work. And then at 12:50, I start work. And then I get out of work at like 5 something. And then after that, I go to a Panera, hop on that Wi-Fi, pushing out content, editing content, all of that. And that runs me all the way up until like 10 o'clock at night, sometimes 11 at night. And I try to like save myself at least like 2 hours of downtime for me. Like, you know, like, damn, you're working hard, AJ. Like, let's make some time for you. You got to make time for yourself too. You have to do that. But I try to say like between 10 and 11 and 12 for me, or at least 11 to 12, sometimes 1 for me. And then I go to sleep. And then I restart the cycle. Monday through Sunday. Well, actually, Monday is like my complete rest day, but I don't really rest. I'm not going to cap and say I rest on Monday. I don't. I try not to go to the gym. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because again, you have all this energy. It wants to move you. It's going to wake you up at the crack of dawn too. By the way, I've explained that in my last video about semen retention. I'll include the link in the description there, and you'll probably see it pop up somewhere on the screen. But this energy makes you active. It makes you wake up way earlier than you're used to, because again, you're gonna feel energized. You're gonna have all this energy. You're like, I want to do something. I want to do something. I want to do something. And you're gonna feel like kind of like a kid. Like, you're just gonna be like, I want to do something. Let's go for a run. Let's do something. Like, this energy is powerful. Okay, it's powerful. That's what I'm saying. If you don't use it, you might lose it. You know how that goes. So I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to I just want to give these tips on how to get to 117 days if you are about to start this journey, or if you are like at 30 days or 60 days and you're like, man, I really want to keep going, but I'm like starting to lose my focus. Get in the gym. Find a hobby. You know what your strengths are. Focus on your strengths. Really dive into your strengths, but also get into the gym. Let this energy out. Work out so hard that you have no energy left to do anything else after your workout, but sleep and eat, or eat and sleep and relax. But just make sure when you relax, you're not dev scrolling, because you know how that's going to work. That temptation is going to be there. So tire yourself out completely to the max. And that's what I do every workout. Every day I come in this gym, I'm going ham. I go ham, so I have no more energy. And then by the time I get done, and then I have to go to work, do that job, and then I'm going and creating videos and editing videos. After that, I'm like tired. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing after all that. And that's perfect. That's why I've got to 117 days. I'm just like, I don't even have the energy to be like, let me find a good porn video. And bro, I will pass out. I wouldn't even have the energy, because I'm using the energy in other places. So that's all I really got for right now. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this, because I'm kind of a little distracted, because I'm starting to feel this cardio right now. But yeah, 117 days, how to do it. Go to the gym, find a hobby, focus on your hobby, focus on your goals, work on your goals, and also make sure you keep negative energy from around you. Keep it from around you. Anybody that's not on this journey, don't even talk to them. Don't talk to them about this journey because they're not going to be able to relate. You're trying to boss up, you're trying to level up. So keeping energy around you that doesn't match that energy is going to be bad for you. It's going to be detrimental to you. So keep like-minded people around you. You have a community here on YouTube. That's how I get through. Even when I'm struggling sometimes, I go to YouTube and I search up semen retention videos and I'm in the comments. And that's your community in the comments. Other people, other guys that are on this journey that are trying to boss up, trying to level up. So again, go to the gym, focus on your dreams, your hobbies, your desires, your goals. And if you feel like you're struggling, get on YouTube or go on TikTok, find semen retention videos, head to the comments. There's your community that's going to help you and talk you out of doing something that you don't want to do. Stay on your streak. You got this. Believe in yourself. Take it one day at a time. And if you're on a streak right now, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Keep going. We got this. I'm also, before I forget and close out the video, I'm also going to include a link in the description of the streak counter that I use. That also is going to motivate you to keep going on your streak. So I'm going to include that and pop that up somewhere on the screen here. But yeah, download it because that'll help a lot. Seeing your streak go up and up and up. But just don't focus on the number. You know, let it motivate you, but don't let it overpower you. Like, find your balance with it, you know. But just let it motivate you, essentially. But that's all I got. I'm gonna hit my cardio because now I'm starting to get into it. And that's all I got. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like, follow, and share. And so it can tell the YouTube algorithm that this video is good and informational, and somebody needs to have this information told to them. And the only way it can get told to them is if you help me help you and help them by like, following, and sharing. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and keep it up. Keep it up. You're doing good. Keep it up. That's all I got. Bye.